Greetings and welcome back to the lab. Time for another project package preview. I've got some more stuff that has arrived and I got one that I really want to open, but we'll get to that in just a second. Let's start with this one here, and we'll get a knife. We'll slice it open, see what we got. One of two things I can think of that came in an envelope like this. And, okay. That's all that was in there. Let's see what we got. And, yep, it's a bunch of tiny little screws. These are actually for that project that I'm working on that, you know what? I just gave you, it is project package preview. I'll give you another preview. Do you remember this from a previous episode? A 3D print, which I didn't tell you what it was. Well, there was also a black version of this. There we go. And these screws are actually for this project. There was a black version of this, and I actually built it off camera. And maybe that'll give you even more of a hint what this project is going to become. So I had a lot of fun doing this, but there's still some things that I'm learning from it, and I'm actually already working on phase 2. This is phase 1 of the project, where it's just, for me, a proof of concept that I can actually make it work. And there will be a video explaining how to build, and maybe building with this one, or maybe building with that one. This arrived today from my usual source, and this is the biggest box they've ever sent me. And it surprisingly didn't cost a whole lot of money. I suspect that this box is probably bigger than it needs to be, or what's in here is another 3D print for this. Doesn't want to stay where I put it. Oh well. But it may be that it was just a little bit too big to fit in the standard box that they've been sending. So let's see what this ends up looking like. Plenty of packing. They tried to keep it as safe as they can, and I appreciate that. And now I have lots of packing. Okay, I did it in white. I was trying to remember. But this is a bit more like it. And this is, if you watch the previous video with this, which I will put a link up here, where I unboxed these, what I had said was that when I made this, I made the circuit board that went with it, and then I realized that I made a mistake. So I had a circuit board that wasn't going to fit this. So I decided, okay, I'll make another version of this one, and I'll make a circuit board that fits this one. Circuit boards arrived first. This is here now. I can pull out the circuit boards that were supposed to go in it. And that would be this one. And there is a space here for a connector. And if I flip this over, there is a cutout here for the connector. And if I'm right, it'll fit right in there. Nice. That makes me really happy. And it's that much deeper than the one that is currently running. And just for size comparison, let's see if I can move these over. I started with a small one, I went up, and then I went really up. So that fits this particular circuit board. Looks really nice, and I'm guessing it just wouldn't fit in the other box. So I now have these. I still haven't told you exactly what this is, but comment down below. What do you think this is actually supposed to represent? Because this is only phase 1, proof of concept that I can actually do something like this. Phase 2 is going to be a bit more retro. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. A bit more retro. I'm shooting for modeling something at a particular scale. This is not that scale. I've got to figure out the scaling. I think I have it figured out now, but I'm still working on the designs. So that's where we are with that. I'm going to put this up here. What else do we have? We got 2 more envelopes, standard envelopes. Well, not standard, smaller. And I think what this is going to be is LEDs, which you might say to yourself, wait a minute, how do you ship LEDs in an envelope? I mean, I thought LEDs were 3mm or 5mm. Well, if that's what you think, we'll see if I can show you what the difference is. Envelope 1 of 2. Oh, okay. And they just mounted them to the envelope. So this is an 0805 yellow flashing LED. So these are the same size as the resistors I bought for this project. And the thing that's holding it up right now is I need to get some flux, because when I built this one, it was particularly difficult to build, to try and solder the really tiny resistors on there without the flux. So, okay, envelope 2 of 2, and more of these. There we go. You know what, I bet you they just put all this on index cards. Yep, something like that, and that's how they store them. And they got these itty-bitty little screws that should fit. I didn't really detail that too well, did I? Should fit in these holes here, which go into these posts here, which allow me to secure the circuit board to the back of this 3D print. So once again, if you think you know what this is, go ahead and put something in the comments below. I look forward to see what people think this is supposed to be. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself.